Welcome to today's session. See, recently, the report of the National Survey on Extent and Pattern of Substance Use in India was released. This survey was conducted by the National Drug Dependence Treatment Centre and the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Delhi. So, in this context, let us understand the problem of substance use in India. By substance, we mean both drugs and alcoholism. Here, we'd like to mention one thing. Here, we've used the picture of the 13-year-old boy. We don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings, it is only to show the gravity of the situation. According to this report, in India there is a lot of substance abuse and it is only going to increase with time. Now why do you think there is so much of substance abuse in India? Because of India's location. India is sandwiched between the Golden Crescent and the Golden Triangle. These two regions are world's leaders in opium production. Golden Crescent is made up of Iran, Afghanistan and Pakistan, and Golden Triangle is made up of Myanmar, Laos and Thailand. Drugs from the Golden Triangle get into India through Northeast and through Bangladesh because of the porous nature of the border. And on the other side, drugs from the Golden Crescent get into India through Pakistan and the revenues generated out of it is used to fund terror. Let us look at alcoholism. 14.6% of people between the ages 10 to 75 years consume alcohol. That means 16 crore people consume alcohol. Alcohol consumption is higher among males. It is 17 times greater. When you compare men and women, men drink 17 times higher than what women do. And country liquor and spirits are predominantly consumed. Spirits, by spirits I mean IMFL. That means India made foreign liquor. Approximately 30% of each, 30% of country liquor and 30% of spirits are consumed predominantly in India. About 5.2% of Indians, that means 5.7 crore people, are estimated to be affected by harmful or dependent alcohol use. Every third alcohol user, in India needs help. Alcohol prevalence or consumption of alcohol is prevalent in these states like Chhattisgarh, Tripura, Punjab, Arunachal Pradesh and Goa. But the disorders related to alcohol consumption are more in Tripura, AP, Punjab, Chhattisgarh and Arunachal Pradesh. Coming to the next substance of abuse, which is cannabis. Cannabis has been used in India since very long. The common terms for cannabis preparations include charas, which comes out of the resin, ganja that comes out of the flower and bhang that comes out of the seeds and leaves. 2.8% of Indians reported having used cannabis in the last 1 year. That means close to 3.1 crore Indians have used cannabis in the past 1 year. About 0.66% of Indians, that means close to 72 lakh people, require help for their cannabis use problems. See, when we compare bhang, ganja and charas, bhang is less harmful when compared to ganja and charas. Therefore, bhang is used more. Its usage is more when compared to ganja and charas. Higher use of cannabis is seen in the states of UP, Punjab, Sikkim, Chhattisgarh and Delhi. Opioids. Opioids are compounds which resemble opium. Opium-like, that's why it's called opioid. They are very, very addictive and medically they are used as pain relievers and also for anesthesia. What they do is, they act on the opioid receptors and produce morphine-like effects. Now coming to the most commonly used opioids in India, first it is heroin, then pharmaceutical opioids which are generally given for pain relief, and then finally opium. So highest amount used is heroin, then pharmaceutical opioids and then opium. The prevalence of current use of opioids overall is 2.06% and of it, 0.55% Indians need help for opioid use problems. 60 lakh people suffer with opioid use disorders and more than half of them belong to these states. States of UP, Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, AP and Gujarat. But in terms of percentage of population affected, the top states in the country are those in the northeast, along with it Punjab, Haryana and Delhi. Now let us quickly go through this last lot of sedatives and inhalants. So sedatives, 1.08% of Indians in this age bracket, that means close to 1.18 crore people are current users of sedatives and the highest prevalence is in these states. But the highest population of people using sedatives are in these states, UP, Maharashtra, Punjab, AP and Gujarat. Now coming to inhalants, prevalence is higher in children and adolescents than compared to adults. See, this is something very new. Generally, drug abuse is higher in adults and young adults and less in children and adolescents. And in this case, in case of inhalants, it is higher in children and adolescents because these substances, inhalants, are quite easily available to these populations. They are available in the form of nail paint removers, whitening solutions. So they are very easily accessible by children and adolescents. That's why the consumption is higher. If you can remember the Kamlesh incident from last year that went viral on YouTube, that is an example of drug abuse of inhalants. 4.6 lakh children and 18 lakh adults would need help for inhalant use, and these states prevalence is high. Now coming to PWID. PWID stands for people who inject drugs. It is estimated that there are around 8.5 lakh people who are PWIDs, and the number is higher in UP, Punjab, Delhi, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Haryana, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Manipur and Nagaland. Opioid group of drugs are taken by these people. By opioid drugs, I mean heroin and pharmaceutical opioids. These people are at a higher risk of getting infections like HIV and hepatitis. See, consumption of heroin and pharmaceutical opioids is high in India, but consumption of cocaine, ATS means amphetamine type stimulants, and hallucinogens is less in India. So with this, we have come to the end of today's session. Here we have mentioned a few model questions. Please answer them. See you in the next session. Thank you.